but we still have one first round match to settle. That's going to be Scarlet versus Brandon.
That's right. And I love how Brandon was like, yeah, we don't really, it's like a Cammy problem,
Yeah.
It's like, it's not an SKZ problem, it's a Cammy problem.
Yeah.
As we were saying, Cammy, clearly one of the strongest characters. But speaking of clearly one of the strongest characters, Brandon's using Akuma and Scarlet's using Ed, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, right there, I mean, honestly, so it's weird because, like, for me, it's like Rashid, Ed, Akuma, and Cammy are my top 5. And the last one is like Guile, but he's kind of like, on paper, he should be up there, but he hasn't been performing as well, I think. So
the results aren't as there as much for some of these other characters, right?
Yeah,
and especially the Ed, it feels like to me, like, this character is just everywhere. Every nook and cranny I look in, there's going to be an Ed poking out, doing a level 2 at me. So we're definitely going to see this one. Let's get into it. It's going to be Scarlet versus Brandon, 2 of the premier characters in the competitive meta right now, 2 that have the privilege of tremendous OD routes, right? So they can only spin 2 drive bars, or only have to spin 2 drive bars, and the drive meter starts building back up in the middle of the combo, while versus drivers cancel combos, it's 3 bars, and it doesn't build till the end of the combo is over.
Yeah, and after, of course, heavy Adamant Flame, go for the empty Demon Raid right there.
Him and Brandon probably going to be looking to establish the fireball game, but of course, there's plenty of ways to counter that as Ed, right? The flicker nullifies fireballs, the startup of his fireball nullifies, and you can still send the projectile after. But right now, we don't need any of that. Just actually pokes back with that crush. Medium punch, finds the low.
That's a safe
Save.
jump.
Oh, that's why Brandon
That was so gross.
with that 2-step. You ain't have to dance on him on the safe jump. Perfect parry, dog.
That's so good. And now you're they're both burned out, but he's going to kill him right here.
But
no problem with the Adamant Fist. I'm sorry, it's Fist, not Flame.
The calculation right there from Brandon as well. He burnt him out with the move before the DI. That way the DI stunned if it hit, and he had no opportunity to return DI because he was burnt out. That was incredible stuff.
All right, so trapped here. Oh, no, I'm sorry, getting pushed a little bit toward the corner. Of course, like I said, one of the beautiful things about Ed is he's in such control of the pace of a round. Like, he can fight defensive, he can fight offensive, and it makes him really strong.
Yeah, he's one of the best at controlling tempos. Like, he has so many ways to kind of bully you in the neutral via the charge flicker, via the charge heavy. But right now, Brandon and the perfect parries. They've been rearing to say that sounded like a band. Brandon and the perfect parries.
Oh, no. Okay. Gets the back throw over here, and here we go into the corner now. Oh, no, don't do it like this. Are you going to pull a Kusanagi right here, dude?
I was going to say, essence of Kusanagi. Coming
Shout out
at
to
you.
Kusanagi, by the way, doing it with the Ryu as well.
Wow, for his dad. Second generation fighting game player, Kusanagi.
Well, I thought you were calling Logan his dad, because that proves that Ken is the worst Shoto, right? So,
Nah, Logan's the godfather. Trying to show him a better life.
ooh, okay, raw fireball, and that's going to give game number 1 to Brandon over here. Talked about the Cammy problem, but got to get through the Ed first.
Exactly right. He will be, eventually, if he gets all the way to Grand Finals, rewarded with a Cammy, considering... Oh, no, excuse me, my bad. Our Cammy mirror already happened.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Safe jump again. Didn't even try to parry that time, or was a little late.
Nice. I love the walk forward before the DP as well.
Stand up.
Head cracked. Oh, this the footsies. Both players not wanting to commit to anything in that range. OD fireball. That's why Brandon just started falling back on the projectile game, right? We're going to be at this awkward distance where I don't really like my normal range. You can kind of get in the flicker. Let me just throw fireballs.
It was really interesting, too, because Scarlet, Ed is really good at fighting projectile
he
game,
is.
right? So, because he can erase the fireball with the startup, and then throw out the projectile afterwards. But Scarlet kind of fell into the anti-projectile game of just trying to parry it all day.
Oh, wow. That actually was a very fortunate trade for Scarlet instead. And yeah, as you can see, look, still perfect parrying. Didn't actually have anything to challenge behind it there either. So yeah, right now Brandon is very much dictating what's happening. And now just outside the range of the jump in, he's able to take advantage after Scarlet lands. And yeah, we really need to change up the distance we're fighting at it for Scarlet, for sure. Like, staying at this fireball range, just parrying them out, it's not really working out. Great DP on the air fireball, though.
Yeah, and especially if they're going to throw a lot of fireballs, you've got to establish that flicker.
Yeah.
Because if you can get it charged up and he throws the fireball, you're just like, oh, do we got the dream? Do we got the dream? No, too early.
We're
too
synced
early.
up.
Yeah.
All my contacts are in the car now. We're synced.
Oh, yeah, you're going to land on that projectile. And that's a smart anti-air because it's getting Scarlet closer to burnout here. So Scarlet, even though Scarlet's getting a lot of that gauge back, he had to kind of nerf how he's playing for so long.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't quite charge it all the way.
That's some good stuff. I like Scarlet has starting to use this now. Starting to use the flicker a little bit more from this range. Yeah, see, bully it up. Force Brandon into jumping to avoid the flicker himself, right? Be ready with a DP. That was a great sequence. All right, now we're back to it. Tried to call out another fireball with a jump, but Brandon locked and loaded. Got clipped by a crouch heavy kick, though. It's one of those flicker normals.
Again, you know, the range that Ed has is really unique in Street Fighter 6, you know, having that standing medium kick and the crouching heavy kick. Oh! And like that, right? I mean, he can combo even from that range over there, thanks to how far his normals go.
And yeah, that's the luxury of the OD routes that we're talking about, right? Like, look how much damage he got from that without having to spend any drive rush. Still pretty decent on the meter because of it. Oh, allowed him to do the OD blitz right into the level 3. We ain't seeking, we ain't desyncing. None of that. Hold us level 3.
And we ain't asking any questions because that's Akuma, and he's dead.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
He is definitely dead.
That's the freebie. That's the points they give you for signing your name on the SAT.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, no. Wow, okay. Gets the full combo off of that, too. He wasn't all the way in the corner. I thought he was all the way in the corner, too.
Yeah, I think Scarlet did, too.
Yeah. Oh, no parry, so I had to deal with the throw attack, the throw shimmy mix-up right there. I'm sorry.
I'm slipping a little bit.
The range.
I can't believe you had the extension actually connected.
Oh, man. Oh, nice. Perfect parry. Didn't get the punish counter, but was still able to get the throw.
Man, Akuma got the go-go gadget arms. Held that reach. Ooh, I like, he did a little parry OS right there. Just committed to the drive rush after he saw there was nothing, no jumping button that got parried.
Yeah, you have to make sure that you are ready for the players to do that tap parry and then drive rush if nothing comes out, because they don't want to waste that meter or get stuck in 45 frames of recovery or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those situations, right, where if you jump and the opponent does like a tap parry on the ground, it's so easy to see that they did that to just land and throw them for the punish, right? That Brandon was like, I'd rather drive rush and risk throwing you off a little bit, which I mean it did. Oh, that was safe side this time, fam.
And not only that, but a safe jump as well. Oh, my goodness. Look at, he's got all that meter.
Oh, that boy dead, bruh.
You know, the funny thing is saying I don't need to ask the question because it's Akuma works out the other way, too. Works the other way, too.
As long as Akuma's on the screen. We know the answer to the age-old question.
Everybody's dead. Yes, it's going to kill.
That person gone, bro. My goodness.
Oh, man.
It looks so funny, too, the fact that the super is like 2 frames if it's canceled into. So, like, like this, the DPs, the super just never misses.
Right. Ow. The range right now from Brandon, the footsies. Okay, there we go. Scarlet finally establishing a little bit more of that, the aggression on the ground here.
Yeah, I like that, right? Like, being able to charge flicker in that range, it forces the reaction out of your opponent. Speaking of which, Brandon does that exact thing with the Demon Raid. Oh, again, he can't find the fireball timings. Looking for Brandon to commit to that, but he's been switching it up so well. Fakes him out. Oh, trying to fake him out again. And you saw the crouch short come out. But, man, that ODDP slow as hell, bro.
And that, now every Ed player in the chat's like, see, that's why Ed's not number one.
He deserves to have the other things that he has.
Yeah.
Because his ODDP.
You can meaty his ODDP.
Yeah, that's not cool, man.
I mean, it is a weakness. I won't lie.
I was going to say, to be fair, it is not cool, but, you know, you got to deal with it.
It's cool for everyone else who's not Ed, but, you know. All right. Again, Brandon has him stuck in the corner, but Scarlet's going to find the hit and get out of here. Not going to go for the level 2 just yet. Going to hold on to that meter, really.
We shall see both players now locked and loaded when it comes to drive and super. Ooh! And Scarlet strikes first. He's just going to go with a single drive rush combo, set up the corner.
Level 3? Okay, now the level 3 for sure. And
Oh, yeah. Good stuff from Scarlet right there. Didn't want to spin the level 3 too early, right? I know like double drive rush cancel into level 3 would have gotten close on Akuma, but I think he wanted to be extra sure, have the resources in his back pocket just in case things went wrong. Nice stuff closing it out.
Oh no, watch your legs, watch your legs.
Yeah, after making the opponent block like a stand medium kick like that, you got to be real wary of them pressing back. Brandon here setting up so perfectly on the fireball spacing.
Yeah, has he ever? I don't think he's gotten a single fireball jumped in on at all.
He's either spacing it perfectly to where he can DP after, or he's just not throwing the fireball with Scarlet hard reads.
And a lot of the times that Scarlet has been jumping over have been like fixed sequences where Brandon just knows he's going to recover in time.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
Now try to bait something out right there. You saw a little hesitation. Oh, but Scarlet's the one that flinches first. Brandon closes it out yet again. It's going to be 3-1 to move on and loser side of the bracket. Ow.
And so, you know, Brandon saying, you know, there's a Cammy problem. We've been talking about how there's an Ed problem.
Yeah.
But he's taken out the only Ed here in the top 8. And so there will be no more Eds here because unfortunately that was loser side of the bracket and that will be the end right there.
Exterminator Brandon.
Yeah,
you got an Ed problem? Give me a call. Got some Dark Hado that can do some damage to him.
Ooh,
that was like my favorite part
good.
of the set for
so
sure.
Good.
Love seeing people and the way they've kind of developed the decision making around perfect parries, right? Because if you don't know, I think a lot of people do at this point. When the person that jumps in on gets their jump in perfect parried on a safe jump, they're left at -2. So they're not actually outright punishable, right? So it kind of creates a mind game. Usually people tend to throw, especially in the corner, because the person defending tries to back throw the attacker into the corner. But a lot of the time now, people are getting to the point, right, where they're jumping in reaction to it, where they're walking back and shimmying depending on the spacing. So it's just so cool. And there's other players that will just go with like a 5-frame normal, right, because that's the same speed as a throw. So you can kind of beat people trying to throw tech if you do something like that. So
yeah, there was one game or something like that where that perfect parry happened. And, you know, the person doing the jump jumped to neutral jump again to avoid the throw or the attack.